Just that's just the only thing about YouTube, man. YouTube would strike you down, but I'm serious. That will be funny. We get a YouTube violation from Goodell and Jay-Z and Rock Nation.
That's
That would be
that's
super
one
funny.
crazy ass tandem right there.
Like, nigga, who
Yes.
you working for at the end of the day?
Hell
Like,
yeah.
I guess we know for sure, for sure.
Yeah, fuck that shit, man. You got a screenshot that shit. Use that shit for clout.
Man, you gotta do something, man. You gotta do something. I mean, quickly, as we get rocking and roll. Yeah, yeah. All right, all right, all right. We rolling, we rolling, we rolling. What up, everybody? So we want to wish everybody a happy new year. Hope
Happy
everyone had
New
a
Year.
great holiday season with your family. Hope everyone's staying safe. If you get sick, I don't care if it's sniffles, stay home. Your job will be all right. If they can't be all right, then you know what I'm saying, so be it. You know what I'm saying? If you think you got COVID, get tested. You know, we all been under the weather, so I got my alkaline. I need to get some sea moss, you know what I'm saying? I need to get all this stuff together. I'm trying to get myself back in shape anyway, but yeah, man, we gotta go ahead and take care of it.
That hand sanitizer on deck.
Yeah, you gotta have a hand sanitizer, man. You gotta mask up. I don't care what you do. You gotta go ahead and handle your business for sure, for sure. So it's been a quick minute. Everybody that's on YouTube at Elite Hustle Media TV, it's gonna be a short pause for maybe 50 seconds because we ain't trying to get, you know what I'm saying, strike
That
down
Roger Goodell, Jay-Z.
by the YouTube police. By the YouTube police. So stand tight, hold tight right quick, y'all.
You know, real.
Cam out there looking like a running back.
Real street.
The
Yo,
fuck?
jumped in the game feet first, and I paid for my actions.
That nigga bigger than
laid up, related to asthma.
you know what I'm saying, Henry.
Hell yeah.
To my crib with my name on the
We gotta win today, man. We gotta win.
Rose petals and gold shovels,
I don't know, man. You should see, man, y'all. They got a different quarterback, and he might fuck up. Throw some picks to Patterson.
The Cardinals got to get it today, man. We got to beat the Rams today.
Man, I was mad as shit when I found out that what's his name, the quarterback from the Bills starting today. What the fuck they starting him for? They trying to get the second seed. The fuck? Like, I really don't see what the purpose of Josh Allen starting today.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a boy.
I bought a brand new pistol when I thought of the ops.
Ain't nobody watching college football. Well, we're gonna get to that a little bit.
Nah, people going to turn to the national championship just because it's Alabama going again. But this shit right, he got a watermark on this shit, like the NBA title. This shit, watermark asterisk.
That shit is wild, man. That shit is wild. But ladies and gentlemen, we appreciate y'all joining us. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. We appreciate y'all. We've been gone for a hot minute, man. We've gone for like 2 months. So we're gonna let y'all know that, you know what I'm saying, we ain't been chilling nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? We've been doing our little, you know what I'm saying, sneaker show with the sneaker stories, and it's going really well. And we hope that y'all check us out. So welcome to Off the Dribble Podcast. Is brought to you by Elite Hustle Media TV. If you're on YouTube, man, please go ahead and shout us out. Go ahead to YouTube. Go ahead and like and subscribe. You know what I'm saying? We need all the help we need. You know what I'm saying? Give us comments, feedback. You know what I'm saying? Because pretty soon we're going to be interacting with y'all. We ain't going to be on Clubhouse. We're not going to be. That is a whole nother ball game. And we ain't going to be on that joint at all because that joint is wild. All right. So if y'all on all the digital platforms, you know what I'm saying? You can follow us. iTunes, Spotify, Google Podcasts, etc. So, man, we got a lot to get to, man. We're going to get back to the announcements a little later, church style. So, listen, off the break. This is like Elimination Sunday, NFL style. You know, Ant's team is the Miami Dolphins, the only Dolphin fan I know. Yeah, absolutely. So, man, I want you to kick it off, man. So give me your prognosis of today's game, man. You think y'all gonna be able to pull it out? Pause.
It all depends on what the fuck our defense is gonna be doing, because we going against the offensive juggernaut, the Bills, man. These motherfuckers will lay them points on you. I think if we can keep Josh Allen contained and make him throw more and not make him like a scrambling problem, and make sure what's the receiving name from Minnesota they got?
Talking about
Yeah,
Dig.
man. Yeah, man. If he don't go off, man, like yeah, we definitely might be able to do something. Make
But
them feel. I'm on even something why they playing though. They already got the playoff spot locked up. Like, why the fuck even play them? Like, they want to beat us that damn bad. Like, our rivalry ain't even that serious.
yeah, man. Listen, man. They trying to get the second seed because Pittsburgh may not come. Come to play today, and then they win and Pittsburgh lose, and Buffalo's the second. Whoever thought Buffalo would be the second seed right now at 12-3, and Josh Allen talking about being the MVP just last
Crazy.
year. Last year he tricked off the whole playoff game against Houston. He played horrible, so I wasn't even counting on him being like a major factor at all. So, credit, Buffalo, came to play this year, defense well, and credit y'all too, man. Shout out
That's
to
the best they've been since the damn 90s.
I ain't
The
seen them
Bills
come
have
out
not been
nowhere
this good since the 90s.
because
Facts.
probably since 2000 with Dan Marino, left.
Now I'm talking about the Bills. The Bills haven't been this good since the 90s. Like
Yeah,
they have always been the bottom two teams of the AFC East for the longest kind of time.
I think after that 1999, like the miracle against the Titans when the Titans came back and they did a little like the flea flicker kickoff or whatever. And I think they've been doomed for like the last 20 years. So it is good to see, Buffalo back in the forefront. Last year it was kind of like a affirmation or whatever, but this year they really kicked ass and they definitely handled their business, and they are a force to be reckoned with. But considering it's it's all about matchups at the end of the day. And
Definitely.
and I still don't trust Josh Allen all the way, even though people say, "Oh man, he's the MVP. He's doing this." But I need to see him in prime time. I need to see it when it actually matters the most. You know what I'm saying? And it actually starts today because if memory serves me correctly, the only seed that gets home field is a top seed. Everyone else has to
And
play. You know what
right
I'm
now,
saying?
as we speak, and the Browns just scored on the Steelers. So, like you said, the Steelers might fuck the money up today and lose because the Browns got something to play for too.
Yeah, I'm hoping the Browns wet the bed, bro. To be honest with you, I don't know if it's just because of like a Baker Mayfield thing. I don't know, but
You tie that Baker Mayfield hype.
I mean, God bless him. At the end of the day, I've never seen anyone propped up that high. You know what I'm saying? And consider he's a freaking turnover machine. You know what I'm saying? Yo,
Nah, man. The past, I was just looking at the stats, man. Like the past, I say 8 games or so. He only threw 2 picks with like 10 touchdowns.
yeah, but for his career so far,
Oh
for
yeah, his career. Oh
the
yeah,
last
without a
two and
doubt.
a half years is I can actually pull it up now. I mean, he was like on pace to be like one of the worst ever. So he only thrown eight picks this year. You know what I'm saying? So that's commendable for this year. But coming into this year, he already had 42 turnovers. Like you
Oh
can't
yeah.
do that if your quarterback giving you 42 turnovers. That's just not gonna happen. So
So what you think? What you think is a future for Odell? Like if they end up going to the playoffs without him? Because which week did he get injured? Like the 4th week or some shit like that. He
yeah,
went out.
fifth week. You know what? I think that's just a bunch of bullshit, man. He's like a generational talent, and
Yeah.
there have been times. Now, let's not
He's
get
a prima donna though too. Don't forget that he is disruptive. Team
wide receiver.
Panther.
But that's like a wide receiver. Like, but I mean, listen, like you don't get rid of Odell for nothing. And let's just be also honest. Cleveland's defense and like the running game has carried that team. Baker ain't been
Oh yeah.
carrying him like that. He's had some decent games. He's been game managing, but ain't like he been going out there throwing for 400 yards and every game and 6 touchdowns. I mean, one game had 4 or 5 touchdowns, and that kind of padded his stats a little bit. But
I was talking about that Titan game.
yeah, I
That
mean,
the game they played against the Titans. Yeah.
he's just barely over 3,000 yards passing for the year, and this is the last game of the year. So, I'm not into like QBR and all that stuff, all like that. I like to go off of the eye test a lot of times. So, he makes bad decisions. He get happy in the pocket, and when it really matters the most, Cleveland has wet the bed a lot this year. They definitely wet it last year, and it's a long game today. And I would not be surprised if they trick that money off. This is the perfect game for them because
We about to trick
they,
that money off right
if
now.
they win, they end basically. To
We about to trick this money off. We is definitely about. They got the third string quarterback in it. This
I mean,
motherfucker is overthrew the shit out of somebody. Why is the
I
third
mean,
string starting? What the fuck are
oh,
we
look,
planning?
yeah, but
What the fuck?
y'all up 3-0 though. You know what I'm saying? Y'all up 3-0. It's early. I don't even worry about the first quarter. I don't even worry about that at all. But as we look into the playoff picture, what are some of your biggest takeaways going into wild card weekend? What do you expect to happen going into the playoffs? Who's going to make it? Like the last spots, and so who you think is going to really, really make some noise for sure?
Well, I'm starting off the NFC. NFC. I've been saying this for the past three years or so, man. Seahawks, man. Seahawks. But I don't know, when they get in the playoffs, it just becomes so iffy. But Decaf, man, he been on a whole nother fucking level this year. And they could keep playing the way they playing. It definitely might be like Packers, Seahawks for the title for that coming out of NFC. AFC,
You think they're
that
gonna
shit's
have
a
a
wild
necessary
card.
defense though? You think their defense gonna be a holder? Because Seattle defense been horrible
See,
all year.
it's trash. That ain't the Legion of Boom no fucking more. That Legion of Boom time is over with. They've been
That was over with after Pete Carroll decided not to give Marshawn the ball in the Super Bowl.
yeah, they fucked that money up. How could you talking about pitches thing?
Go back to it.
And I think if Dallas win, they in.
That the NFC East is so trash, man. You
Yeah,
about to have a playoff team that's not even 8-8. They
Yep.
should not. They should eliminate the NFC East.
They
Eliminate
should
the
be
NFC
the last
East.
seed, but because they want to be
Exactly.
the division champs. So who you think is coming out the AFC?
That shit is a toss up, man. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, yeah, Chiefs heavy favorite again. They looking
Hey, you
good,
sound
but
like Rex
man,
Ryan right now.
nah, it is though. Like when you look at it, the AFC is like the fucking Western Conference. When you look, it's like the Western Conference of fucking basketball. We beat each other up during the regular season. We had the better records going into playoffs compared to the NFC or the East of the NFL. That shit is crazy. Like it's like who would have thought the Titans last year would have went and won as far as they went last year? Like it's so many teams that can just go and do anything. A team to sleep on, the Colts. Do not fucking sleep on the Colts. The
They
Colts
can get in, but
defense.
even their defense is horrible to a degree.
Nah, man, that pass rush, their defense been all right this season, man, for the most part. That's the thing that's been keeping them in there. Hope you didn't think it was Philip Rivers keeping them in there with them games. It was their
Well,
defense for the
Phillips
most
started
part.
out rough. He started out rough, but then he got his legs up under him, and they've been doing all right, man. I
Definitely.
mean, I just don't know if Indy has enough. I think they have enough offensively. It's just they can't stop. I mean, dog, one of the games that they lost, I mean, they had no business losing. I mean, they was up and they ended up losing. I can give you a prime example. Pittsburgh, they was up. They was up 20 points.
Yeah.
And Pittsburgh walked them down. I mean, that's unacceptable, man. Like you can't get one stop. One.
Got hot. The iron got hot or something, man. But definitely, like the Colts, the team to watch out for. I don't believe in the Ravens this year. I don't think they're going to do anything if they make it. If they make it in
I
there,
think the Ravens are so beat up, and I think that what's really like the elephant in the room is coaching. You know what I'm saying? Harbaugh got to be on. He has to be on the hot seat now. He's a Super Bowl winning coach, so a lot of times they get a lot of more leeway than coach. But it's his job and the offensive coordinator's job to get Jackson to the point where he could be able to be more than just mobile. You know what I'm saying? He got.
But yeah, you can see the improvements though.
Yeah, but they gotta give him the weapons, man. You gotta go out and get some bona fide wide receivers. You gotta. I mean,
you gotta spend that money.
You can't just rely on running,
Really,
and
yeah,
having
yeah.
Jackson running. You know what I'm saying? Because you can't rely on him having 2,500, 3,000 yards passing and 1,000 yards rushing. That's a recipe for disaster. You know what I'm saying? That's what took Mike Vick out of here. You know
Oh
what I'm
yeah.
saying? And like Cam, it's a great weapon to use. And even right now with the Arizona Cardinals with Murray, when he got the injury last week,
He's too small, man. Murray is somebody they definitely should be
but
working with. He's too small to keep scrambling like that, man.
and that could work against you in a certain degree. So you got to be able to mix it up, but you got to be able to throw the ball downfield. The one thing I can say about Murray is at least Murray can get the ball downfield. He has the
Yeah,
weapon.
because he got a weapon. He got DeAndre Hopkins. He got somebody he can just throw down the field and go get it.
You know what I'm saying? You got the offense. So I think a lot of pressure if Baltimore don't make the playoffs this year. Harbaugh got to be on a hot seat next year. He got to be.
I don't know, man. I can't. You look at it though. Look at everything they went through this season and still be contending for a playoff though. Like that's something to he might keep it this year. He might keep it this year.
I mean, I don't know, dog. I mean, all right. So we're like in the DMV right now. So we got intimate knowledge of both Washington and the Baltimore team. So let's go under the hood right quick.
I need your
People thought that the
Ravens.
Everyone thought that the Ravens should have went far.
You can look on the phone. Just don't look up here.
Their very first game.
Eyeballs.
With home field. They had the best record last year.
Oh.
You. And look at the thing. Look at
having the best record and not meeting expectation. You know what I'm saying? On Lamar's the MVP. And everything going down in flames. You know what I'm saying? You got to look at Harbaugh. You got to look at that offensive coaching staff, and you got to ask the question: can they get it done? You know what I'm saying? Because you ain't going to get rid of the quarterback. There'll be a fool to get rid of the quarterback, and at a certain point, you got to be able to say, okay, have we kind of maxed out at this point? And people are going to start looking for Harbaugh, man. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you, it's definitely going to happen because you can fire all the offensive coordinators all you want, but you got to be able to give your team.
He needs weapons too, though. Like you said,
you got to be able to give him
definitely. Yeah, he definitely don't have that right now. That's for sure. Like Steve Smith retiring, that was a big hurt to him. Shoot, man. Willie Snead,
not the same. You know what I'm
saying? Yeah, man. Dobbins,
they're not the same. You know what I mean? So it's a lot of underlying issues going on in Baltimore, but they still have a chance to get in. You know what I'm saying? And they can still figure out like 11-5, and not too many teams can say that hey, we have a winning record and we're 11-5. It's just that a lot of people say, oh my God, it was 14-2 last year, so go 14-2 down to like 11-5 and all these issues. So for them to limp into the playoffs would be like an accomplishment, but at the end of the year, you got to look at the coach and say, hey, listen, man, like especially in football, dog, you ain't got but so many years because that shit change every year. You know what I'm saying?
5 good years depends on the player, man. 5 good bona fide years. Unless you're a running back.
Your whole team, man. Like that's why you have so many stories. A lot of NFL teams. I mean, look at the Falcons, man. When they went all the way to the freaking Super Bowl, it was up 28-3, whatever. They haven't been the same since.
No. They
haven't been the same since. Everybody getting fired, get let go. They're probably gonna let Matt Ryan go. Even I'm surprised Seattle is still where they are because you figure that
they got Russ, man. Russ, and they're off their system, and they got a good system, man. For real, Russell, he should get the fucking MVP damn near every season, just about every time he keep the Seahawks afloat. Because the damn sure ain't they're off defense no more. The Legion of Boom, like I said, that shit is over with now.
But who ushered Seattle to in that era? It was Pete Carroll's need to get Russell to the forefront, which is okay, but you can't sacrifice the whole team for one guy. Now, mind you, what I'm saying, Russell Wilson's a great guy, great quarterback, like a Super Bowl winning quarterback in the whole nine. But that did tear that whole team apart. It tore that whole team apart, especially.
But you look at the players that's left though. them players that left though in defense, what are they? They ain't even really doing nothing on other teams though. They ain't
They
really
all
doing nothing.
retired. I mean, you got Sherman. I mean, Sherman was an All Pro last year, but he's been hurt this year. He's the only one left. Everyone's gone. Chances, he's no saying. He's
Bobby
gone.
Wagner is still there, right? Or is he gone? I thought he was.
I think Wagner's gone.
Mm,
I think they're all retired. I think Wagner's retired. Cam Chancellor's done.
yeah.
Bennett is saying. I think he's gone. And Earl Thomas is just a mess.
Mhm.
He's a mess. You know what I'm saying?
Hot
So
mess, man.
I think continuity in football is unlike anything else because it's certainly not guaranteed. You could think you got a good team on paper, but once y'all get to the point where you've kind of maxed out, or if you have a great season, people get paid and they stop playing with that same intensity, then it's a wrap. You know what I'm saying? So, but back to this, you know what I'm saying, playoff picture, for me, it's KC or nothing.
Mhm.
I don't really see a real challenger. It damn sure ain't Buffalo. I don't care what nobody say. It ain't Buffalo for me. They have to teams like Buffalo, um, you know, Cleveland they get in, Indianapolis they get in. You got to show me what you made of. You know what I'm saying? Tennessee is a threat, but offensively, I don't know because they can bring it with their running game. They can bring with the defense.
Nah, I think it was their throwing this shit, man. Derrick Henry ass was getting stopped. He ain't had that season this year like he had
Well,
last
he's still the
season.
top. I mean, is he the top rusher this year, or is it Chubbs?
I
Is it,
think it.
is it
I
Nick
forgot.
Chubb?
I gotta check it up. I gotta look it up. But nah, man, he been a sheller. So, man,
Derrick
Tannehill been
Henry.
doing his thing,
Derrick
man.
Henry. I'm saying so. Derrick Henry's going to win he's going to win like the Russian title again. He got 1,777 yards. So I doubt he's going to get 223 yards to get 2,000 a day. But he's been carrying that team, man. They have flashes of brilliance, but they also have flashes of wet in the bed as well. And listen, I understand Josh Allen is third in the NFL in passing yards. I get it. I just don't trust the guy. They got to get it done. So I think that it's all about matchups at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Nah,
And
the Chiefs can definitely lose though, because I don't know the way they played the Raiders this year. The only team that beat them this year. I don't. It's any given. I don't know. It's like any given Sunday type of deal, man. It depends on how they showed up. Look at all them stops we got on Patrick Mahomes, but we couldn't convert. If we'd have played the same we played the second half we did the first half, we could have beat them. So it
and he
depends on how they
he
come to
turned the
play.
ball over. Y'all had like four, I think 3 or 4. I'm saying
And that's the most he ever had, I think. I think those
but
are the most turnovers he had.
the only team that is the only team that if they get down because they proved it doing this throughout that whole run last year. In all their playoff games, they were down double digits in
Yeah, you gotta dump a
every
clip
game.
in their ass. You gotta dump the whole clip. You
Listen,
gotta keep scoring to the fucking game
listen,
over with. You can't never
listen.
count the Chiefs out,
If you are
man.
28 now, you got damn near score 60.
Mm-hmm.
You
Yeah.
can't be content. Oh
Gotta put
man,
them away.
we up 35-14. We good because they could run off 21 straight.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And
Facts. Facts.
it it all what I'm saying. It kind of like reminds me of when like the Patriots was at their heyday because you figure okay, here's the formula. You rush Tom Brady, get him off his spot, jam the receivers, and you got to play. What I'm saying, smart on your end of the field, but it's like that every time they get down, it's like if you don't step on them, and if your defense on the field too much, and especially if it's like the second half and they start getting tired, it's almost like Tom used to sit back and just be waiting for the defense to get tired. It's almost like all
Hell
right, guys,
yeah.
here we go, let's go. You know what I'm saying? So I think Kansas City has a chance to kind of, make history and but they're not invincible, you know what I'm saying?
No. Mm.
They're not invincible, but just looking at the actual field, I don't think Pittsburgh can mess with them. I think Buffalo may give them a shot. I don't really believe in them. Tennessee has a chance, but again, if you can't sustain it long term, You know, unless Patrick Mahomes plays god awful all day, fumbles, interceptions, they can't run the ball, they can't get nothing done. You
He have
know,
a whole out of body experience, some shit. You can't never count the Steelers out though, man. You know the Steelers
man,
always find some way, even
man,
though they ain't really play nobody this season. You can't never count them out from going to the Super Bowl. Though. They
Pittsburgh,
always find some way to finesse.
Pittsburgh ain't worth a damn, man.
Yeah,
They ain't worry about Pittsburgh. They didn't look. They didn't won 11 straight and tricked off 3. They was number 1 and they tricked off 3 games. Juju, Scrub, Schuster ain't even dancing on TikTok no more.
nah,
And
his ass got humbled when he got rocked.
he's not even number 1 receiver. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, you know,
He got hot because AB made him hot, and he thought he was going to be, you know what I'm saying, staying hot once AB left. And it's been a reality check. You know, he's had to work hard for everything he's got. And you know, listen, I'm not saying that you can't celebrate, you can't feel good about your team success, but if you dance on people's, you know what I'm saying, logo for like 11 games, just keep it on for the rest of the year, whether you win or lose. Don't be like, oh, you know what I'm saying, for like the betterment of myself and of my teammates, you know, I'm not going to dance on the logo no more. Like, come on, dog. Come on, man.
Mike Evans hurt,
You know what I'm saying?
limping off.
So, and just looking at the NFC, I think the NFC is going to be a lot
Packers, it got to be the
tighter.
Packers, man.
You know, it
Packers, Seahawks.
it really depends on which team shows up, and you know, Seattle, man. I think you may have convinced me about Seattle for some reason, because I think Tampa's going to wet the bed.
Mike Evans, if this injury right here is bad, yeah, man, that's his number 1 fucking target. Brady number 1
But I
target.
think
So
they have enough to beat Washington. Let's say if Washington wins, Washington or Dallas, right?
yeah, they gonna
Wins,
definitely beat one of them.
whoever
Yeah,
wins that, Tampa's going to clean them up. But Tampa has to go on the road. You know what I'm saying? And I think there should be a rule that if you're under 500, you should not have a home playoff game.
you definitely
So
shouldn't.
if Washington wins, they'll have a home playoff game. So could you imagine Tampa if they win today? They're 11-5, and they got to come on the road. You know what I'm saying?
That'd be sad. I'd be mad as shit. I write a letter to Goodell like, nah, stop the shenanigans. This team doesn't even have a 500 winning record, and they got home field advantage in the play.
So, and you know, so today for my Arizona Cardinals, man, you know what I'm saying, we win, we in type of thing, you know what I'm saying? And hope that Chicago loses, you know what I'm saying? Because Chicago owns a tiebreaker, unfortunately. So we need the Bears to wet the bed. So, you know, a lot of stuff going on with the NFL, man. So we're gonna keep tabs of everything, man. We hope everyone's having a great Sunday, great weekend, great New Year. We want everybody to be prosperous. We want everybody to be positive, and of course, you know what I'm saying, stay safe, man, because you know what I'm saying, COVID is real, man. So we want everybody to kind of take care of themselves. So we're gonna slightly move forward. So NBA is back in. So
Yes, sir.
shout out, you know what I'm saying, like the Hall of Fame nominations just came out a couple weeks ago. So if you guys just tuning in, we've been gone for a couple months, but we're doing our you know what I'm saying, sneaker show and other platforms. So the jersey I have on today is for the guy who just got nominated today, which is
All Pizzle.
Truth. Paul Pierce, man. Like, tell me what you feel about Paul Pierce getting nominated. You know, I mean, he didn't make the final cut yet, but just being nominated, just give me your.
He gonna get it. He gonna get it without a doubt. Without a doubt, especially when he won with the big 3, that first original big 3. I think he probably like solidified his chance, because like he been with Boston, been their number 1 swing man. This in the league, like look at all them fucking All-Star game appearances and shit. He been like what, top 15, top 10 in scoring while he was in the league at his heyday, in his prime. I mean, he's like the number 1 leading scorer, or not number 1, but at least top 3, I'd say, in scoring wise in the Celtics history, which is a lot saying something, because fucking to be that high in the Celtics history is something crazy. Shit, Paul Pierce, man, he still might have could have went out there and did his thing, man. What he did for the Wizards helped them in that playoff push. I don't know about the Clippers and that the
By the time
Brooklyn.
he
I ain't
got to
gonna
the
mention Brooklyn.
yeah, I think by the time he got to the Clippers, it was over. You know what I'm saying? He clearly lost his legs. He was
He was
gone.
getting in that bread, that check, man.
He was gone. He was gone for sure. So, I mean, I think, the thing that I'll best remember about Paul Pierce is just his clutch playoff.
Mm.
He's the real playoff P.
That's their
So,
Wizards. He brought that shit back out when the Wizards and that little
yeah,
Wizard push. If it wasn't for him, they
yeah,
wouldn't have made it that far.
exactly. So, I think Paul Pierce, man, he came in the league in '98, and he kind of worked himself into shape, and so worked himself into one of the
Coming out of
best
Kansas.
scorers. Yeah, coming out of
Mm.
Kansas and being able to work his way into one of the the best clutch performers, the best scorers, the best competitors, and believe it or not, one of the few guys that really took it to LeBron in a sense where it's like. When they look at the overall picture, they'll say, oh, Bron, he has more rings and more accomplishments or whatever. But, we tend to forget
It's the
prior to
reason why he left.
2012, you know what I'm saying?
The reason why he left and went to Miami.
We tend to forget all those years in Boston when he was in Cleveland, and so a lot of people want to give Bron, this type of invisible pass. Oh, he didn't have people, whatever. But if memory serves me correct, Cleveland had back-to-back 60-win seasons. 2009, 2010. Mike Brown was the coach of the year. So you can't tell me that they didn't have a team if you got damn near like the best record in one of the years and second best record in the other year, back-to-back 60 wins, and you just underachieve in the playoffs. And a lot of times while Brown was in Cleveland, Boston was in the way. When he got to Miami, it was tight and fierce. You know what I'm saying? So, I'll definitely remember that. And he's taken a lot of flack last couple of years by saying, "Hey, I'm better than D Wade and all that." But you gotta understand that
Let him talk his shit. Let him talk his
that
shit,
whole
man.
dynamic with them. You know what I'm saying? That whole
He, and no offense, Dwayne Wade, but Paul Pierce is better than Dwayne Wade. Come on, I said it. I said it. Come on, man. Come on, man. Come on,
okay.
people. Come on, people. Come on, people. Come on now.
Mm,
Come on, man. Come on, man.
I think Dwayne has better stats, but I think that Paul Pierce was healthier longer, and I
Yeah.
think that when it really came down to a playoffs, you never heard of a Paul Pierce disappearing in the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? Same thing with D Wade. You know what I'm saying? You never heard that, but you've seen certain instances where he just couldn't get over that hump, whether because of injuries or whatever the case may be. Paul on his last leg won him a couple playoff series on his last legs. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
So,
Definitely.
we're just gonna kind of hold this up because we love Mitchell and Ness.
The truth.
But before Mitchell and Ness, you gotta have the original, man. You gotta have the original. So you gotta put the little you gotta put it up there, man. So during this era, like Adidas made the authentic. So your jersey's gotta be authentic. You know what I mean? You got the NBA patch right there. Everything's sold in. Everything is sewn in. You know what I'm saying? And if your jersey don't have authentic on it, man, then you ain't authentic, cuz. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have the NBA.
So I got a quick take real quick.
Yeah.
Is Jason Tatum the 2K21 version of Paul Pierce? 'Cause I think he reminds me that's damn near the same player a little bit. Only thing about it is Tatum's a little bit bigger, more physical a little bit. And he put his head down to the basket a little bit more than him. I think they pretty much damn near the same player.
I think that Jason Tatum can pass him as long as he stays healthy.
Yeah.
As long as he stays healthy and as long as he continues to come through in the clutch. But it's gonna get to a point, and he's still young. He's 23. He's so young. So the only thing that I worry about Boston is that I kind of worry about them maxing out too fast before they can really get into their groove because they're only missing a couple pieces. A big man and somebody off the bench, you know what I'm saying? And they need that third score, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Somebody that create their own shot, definitely.
You know and Tristan Thompson's going to come in serviceable. You know what I'm saying? But they need that big that can kind of shoot outside, inside, that could be able to go up
Like
against
a
it.
stretch, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And they're going to need somebody off the bench because we don't know how, you know what I'm saying, Kim's knee going to be. So,
Man, get Towns, man. I heard Karl Anthony Towns will be on the move, man. If he go to Boston, sheesh. What are you gonna give up though?
Karl Anthony Towns got to change his game a little bit. You know, I love Karl Anthony Towns. He has a lot of talent. You know, not really good on the defensive end, but offensively, he's elite.
Yeah.
I think Karl Anthony Towns has to play pissed off all the time. I think he's one of the guys that you gotta keep him inspired. He's in Minnesota, man. I mean, how much do you think he's going to stay inspired being in Minnesota? You know, it's nothing in Minnesota to do. It's him by himself.
Like Minnesota.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, they got to get over the hump. But I think to answer your question, Jason Tatum has the ability to be the best Boston Celtic ever at the end of the day.
Ooh, over Larry Legend and Bill?
I think
Bill?
I think he has the capability of being the best when it's all said and done. Mind you, he's 23.
Yeah, so he's on the up. He's on the up right now.
Even if you add, I mean, another 12 years, he's 35. He's been in the league since 19. So, and especially if he could win like a couple of chips, he could be up there, man. He could be up there because, you know, Boston is starving for like a chip, and they've come close. They can't get over that Eastern Conference final hump,
man.
They
couldn't get over that LeBron, man. If it wasn't for LeBron, they definitely would have got that shit.
Listen, they had him. 2018, they had him. Game 7, they had him. They didn't have enough. They needed
experience.
They needed Kyrie in that series, but Kyrie was hurt. They needed Kyrie in that series. If they would have had Kyrie, they would have beat Cleveland. They would still.
So he say he was hurt. Kyrie probably looking back when I seen that clip of Kyrie. You seen that clip of Kyrie burning the sage throughout the TD Garden, man?
That was dope. That was dope,
man. He wanted to get the fuck out of there, man. He wanted to leave.
Listen, man. My younger brother is a Boston Celtics fan. I tell him all the time, man. It's probably Danny Ainge's fault, man. You know what I'm saying? And if you really think about it, Danny Ainge has so many, you know, it's this whole running thing. Oh, your Boston got all these draft picks and all these players.
But they kind of panned out. He like to whisper a little bit. Danny Ainge could put together a nice little roster, man. You got to give it to him.
He could have had Paul George. He could have had Jimmy Butler. He could have had DeMarcus Cousins before he blew out his, you know what I'm saying, Achilles. He could have had these guys. He could have had their big man. He never pulled the trigger. You know what I'm saying? That's scared money Danny right there. Never pulling the trigger because you want to hold on to your draft picks and, you know, all these different players. You got to cash some joints in, dog, because after a while, it's going to expire. And you're going to end up in salary cap hell. Now, getting rid of Gordon Hayward or allowing him to leave, you know, in hindsight, is a good move. You know, you don't want taking up space. And, you know, I'm not really a Gordon Hayward fan like that anyway. But,
he ain't been playing the same since he came back from that injury.
But he getting that chicken, though. Man, you know,
Jordan tricking off down there. He definitely ain't the same play he was in Utah, though. That's for sure.
You know what I'm saying? Jordan couldn't give Kemba Walker, you know what I'm saying, stable guys and put a winning team around. But he tricked off on Gordon Hayward, though. Nicholas. Yeah, man. So it's just crazy. So, yeah, man. So congratulations to Paul Pierce, man, on your nomination, man.
Inglewood.
So listen, man, let's just get straight into NBA, man, because you know it's still early. Shout out to your Sacramento Kings. You know what I'm saying? They 3-3 right now.
About to drop the fucking ball, man. Yeah. That rookie though we got, man, Tyler, or whatever his name is. I don't know. He got that ugly ass jump shot, but it's like water though. It's water though.
That don't be going in. It's nothing worse than a nigga with a bad jump shot for him. That shit still going.
Them be the ones that go in though most of the time. The bad mechanic ones be the ones that cash out. Like,
Man, you be thinking that shit counterfeit, and that shit still going.
we
And
stay with somebody with a bad jump shot. Remember Kmart?
yeah, yeah, Kevin Martin for sure. Yeah, Kevin Martin jumper was wet though.
Man, but that shit was that was worse than Lonzo. They talk about Lonzo's. Leandro Barbosa and Kmart, them two competing for like the worst forms of all time, man.
Barbosa shot with two hands though a little bit.
Two hands and like arms out. I
Mm-hmm.
don't know. It's weird, man. Like he about to take flight with some crazy shit.
Yeah, man. So you know what I'm saying, shout out to your Sacramento Kings. They should be 5-1, at worst 4-2, but they're 3-3 right now. Sacramento is playing a little bit better defense. They got to finish ball games out. But I'm impressed
Same problem, yeah.
with your squad. You're the only Sacramento Kings fan I know on the East Coast, or you know. Now, if this was
Niggas stop claiming them. Niggas stop claiming them after 04.
Listen, if this was 2002, 2003, when they had Weber, Bibby, and Stojakovic and everybody,
yeah.
But I swear to God, this is the only Kings fan I know, man. But shout out to the Kings. Y'all are kind of doing it right now, man. Hope y'all can kind of keep it up. That's the only thing with Sacramento. I don't want to see Sacramento go through like a mid-season slump. And you know how it is. The worst
that shit knock us out. Knock us out.
The worst thing you could do is start off semi-okay, go through a mid-season rut, and then the last 15 games you finish, 13-2 or 10-5 or whatever, and then it was, look at Sacramento, man. They've been
That's the story of Sacramento for like the past, I don't know, 4 or 5 years or so, man.
Don't give me them damn games don't count, man. You know what I'm saying? You messed up your fucking draft capital. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man. But shout out to Sacramento, man. And my Portland Trailblazers are 3-2. They should be 4-2 after tonight when they go against the Warriors, man. Listen, let's kind of start there, man.
Big game day.
Portland has a chance. I think they match up great with the Lakers. I just think that the thing that really concerns me, to be honest with you, is the front court scoring. You know what I'm saying? Covington is serviceable, man, but
yeah, he ain't. Get him out of here. Get him out of here, man. Covington, Jurkic, he be a different. I'm surprised y'all didn't keep Whiteside, man.
He should have kept Whiteside, but you know what? I think one of the biggest hindrance of the Portland Trailblazers right now is Zach Collins. They're trying to hold on to Zach Collins, but he's been injured for the last couple years, and I understand he was a lottery pick. I understand he was a top 10 pick, but I just, and he's only 20, and he's 20. He's 6'11". He has all the skills in his bag, but he can't stay healthy. He can't stay on the floor. He's holding up a spot. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he's holding up a spot, man.
It's going to get to a point, if he can't get over his knee injury or whatever's going on with him. Actually, hold on. It says he's done for the season. Yeah, congratulations. He's done for the season. Season-ending ankle surgery. So that's 2 years in a row of no Zach Collins.
So they're gonna release him. They're gonna release him this all season.
You know what?
They're gonna release his ass.
I don't know, man. I don't know. But hopefully, man, he get like a second opinion on Zach Collins. But you know what I'm saying, with the Blazers roster, man, it's like, you know what I'm saying, Rodney Hood, he's not gonna be the same for a while. He's coming off like an Achilles.
I'm glad y'all got him back though. Cause y'all definitely need like somebody else that can stretch the floor as far as shooting.
I'm gonna be honest with you, man. They ain't need him. I mean, I understand what he did 2 years ago, but they could have used that $21 million on somebody else.
What's Simmons doing? Anthony Simmons, what is he doing with y'all?
Talking about Anthony take bad shots, Simons. Still taking bad shots. But
I don't know. It looked like he was on the up though. I don't know what the fuck happened to him.
I mean, he still is. I mean, and he's still super young.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So he has talent. Gary Trent Jr. is a major contributor off the bench. Gary Trent get hot. He can get
Hell
hot.
yeah.
Once he get hot, and I was kind of surprised, man, because coming out of Duke, he was okay, but I didn't see this coming.
Don't
So
sleep on those Duke players, man. Don't sleep on the Duke players, man. You can't never sleep on the Duke.
I'm in a coma when it comes to Duke players, man.
Oh man, it
You may
never
get
really panned out.
you may get a couple of guys that's transcendent, but everybody else, I am in a stupor when it
Hey
comes.
man, Kyrie Irving right now, man. Kyrie Irving might be the
Yeah,
best.
but he's transcending. You got Zion.
Zion. We gotta see what Zion going to do. Yeah.
Jason Tatum, and now you got Gary Trent Jr. But you have a lot of guys who's really hyped coming out of Duke, and they ain't really panning out. You know what I'm saying?
I'm starting to feel like Joe Budden what he was talking about, man, about that Marvin Bagley shit, man. Drafted him. And he ain't really Duke crowd up. He played for both of my basketball teams and this.
You know what? I think Marvin
Ooh.
Bagley would. I think he'll do good like in San Antonio somewhere, or like in Miami. He needs to see
That system.
He needs to see it because it's a log jam. You got do y'all still got Giles? No, we
Henry
got
Giles.
Giles.
Y'all got it. Oh
Giles.
damn, we got
But you got Holmes. Shaw Holmes.
Shaw Holmes doing all right, man.
He's been holding it down for y'all. You know what I'm saying? He's
the
been holding
Lob
down
City threat, rebounds, doing the dirty work.
Yeah, but in terms of the Portland Trailblazers, dog, like Robert Covington and Derrick Jones Jr., I don't trust either one of them now. Derrick Jones Jr., he could jump out the gym, and I understand he plays great defense. He's 6'6".
That's it. That's all he brings to the table.
Dog, it's too many games that I look on the stat sheet. Both those guys played a combined 80 minutes, and they may score combined 12 points. You got to give me more than that. Both of them got to average 12 points, not a combined 12 points. You got to give me more than that. Robert Covington is making too much, and I hate to go here. You're making too much money to be coming up short like that. And they not even really playing defense like that. The only game Portland really played defense this year is against the Lakers.
That was the whole purpose of getting Covington for that perimeter defense.
Covington right now is averaging 6 points, 6 rebounds. His 3-point shot hasn't been there at all. He's only shooting 30.
Houston.
He left that shit in Philly.
Yeah, that's dead. That's a fact.
That's in Philly.
Facts.
He ain't been the same since. So he's only shooting 32%. Derrick Jones Jr. also averaging 6.8 points, 4 rebounds. Now, again,
that's the same shit he was doing in Miami, right? That was the same shit he was doing in Miami.
Yeah,
ain't no difference.
And they paid him $9 million. So it's like one of the things where it's like, he plays great defense. He's still raw offensively, and again, he has hops and everything. He just needs to develop again. His field goal percentage, he's shooting 33% from 3 with 31% from the field overall. So Portland is starting, front court. They got to get it together. Both of them playing small forward and power forward respect. They got to get it together because you can't just rely on CJ and Dame all day. And
exactly, they get tired.
And I think Nurkic needs to get the ball a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? They got Melo coming off the bench. Melo should be starting, but because they may not have nothing coming off the bench now. You got Cantor, who is like a double guy coming off the bench. So that's good. But they need Simons to step up. You still got Gary Trent. So we got some tools. But they gotta play defense, man. We can't keep giving up all these points, man. You know what I'm saying? Because you ain't gonna be playing Golden State every day. You know what I'm saying? Like an injured Golden State. So they gotta do what they gotta do. But so far in the season, man, give me your team who just ain't gonna be shit. Because
man, it's looking like motherfucking the Wizards, as shocking as it is. Like, what the fuck is going on with the Wizards, man? They is dropping the fucking ball. They 0-5, 0-6.
No, the Wizards are 1-5. They play Brooklyn Sunday today.
Oh,
that's gonna be 1-6.
Oh,
Yeah. Now, the thing I don't like about it, dog, and I'm gonna let you get to it. I don't like the fact that they're blaming everything on, you know what I'm saying, on Westbrook. That's
It's
not the
not.
reason why the Wizards.
It's
The
not.
Wizards gotta fucking play defense. That's just the bottom line. Scott Brooks is on the hot seat.
Yeah, his ass needs to go. I've been
He,
saying something about
listen,
he needs to go.
I've already cut the grill on. It's already warmed up for him. He
Yeah,
is on
yeah.
it. He is on it because listen, he's a very smart guy, capable guy. You know what I'm saying? Played in Houston, you know what I'm saying, won some chips. He was in Oklahoma City, got into the finals. He just ain't it, man. He just ain't it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he don't got a. I don't know. I don't think he got that locker room. To be honest with you, man, it looked like he too nice. He too nice with these
Yeah,
motherfuckers,
he's too nice.
man.
I mean, I'm all for like a players coach, but there has to be some times where you gotta have some type of discipline in there. And
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's why John Wall's not there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because he couldn't control John Wall. You know what I'm
Nope.
saying? John Wall got to the point where, he wanted to do him and they just kind of clashed a little bit and they kind of got rid of him. And I think they got rid of him because they felt like, he just, what I'm saying, met his peak, always injured. But Washington can actually score. They, offense is not a problem. Thomas, listen, Thomas Jones is playing good. Um, Bill's playing good. Russell's still averaging looks like a freaking triple double. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Thomas Bryant. I'm sorry. Thomas Bryant's playing good. They got too many Euro guys on the team. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be that guy. I mean,
Not Roy, all right, but Tons, he decent. He can shoot. He can shoot.
yeah, but I mean, at this point, I need somebody to play some defense. Somebody. Give me somebody. You know what I'm saying? Um, I don't know, man.
I think
Washington.
Atlanta, another team too,
Washington.
man. Atlanta, they got the glitz and glamour on that team, but I don't think they're gonna get over that hump neither. I just gonna need another year they don't make it in the playoffs.
You don't trust Atlanta?
Not whatsoever. I don't got Atlanta coming out of there. Far
I
as the
think
West, huh?
yeah.
Now go ahead. What you about to say?
No, go ahead.
As far as the West, us, because we always manage to drop the ball somehow. I think we need a new owner. That's what I think it is, ownership. And I think of another team that might be bad this year. I want to see what the Clippers going to do, man. And Clippers, they need to show and fucking prove this shit, man. They can't go and lose in the first, second round of the playoffs. They gotta make it conference championship or better. This conference ship will bust this year. Anything slight in the conference championship, that's it, man.
You got to. You got to because well, before I get to the West, so we were just talking about the Wizards, right? They was 1-5 right now. They are 0-4 at home. So Washington never had like a home court advantage anyway. It's even worse with no fans there.
Yeah.
Um, they're scoring 117 points a game. They're giving
Now
up
they put up the points.
they are giving up 120 points. That is
Mhm.
probably
Yeah.
third worst in the league. So there's a 2.2 point differential. So clearly it's defense, man. They can score. Let me give you a couple teams that ain't shit right now. Ain't gonna be shit.
Timberwolves,
Um,
Golden State, the usual.
I have my hopes that the Wizards can get themselves together,
Me
but I
too.
don't know. They on life support already. Um,
Yeah.
Detroit ain't shit. Ain't gonna be
Yeah,
shit.
of course, of
They might as well
course, of
trade
course.
everybody. Get rid of
Hmm.
Blake Wilson, Griffin, Derrick Rose. Get rid of everybody. I
Yeah,
don't know.
yeah.
I don't know who they're drafting. I don't know why Derrick Rose is not starting. Um,
They
and
trying to tank.
listen, dog, the head coach got to go. Dwayne Casey, he got to
Yeah.
go. Just get rid of everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like the owner sucks. You know what I'm saying? The owner investing, you know what I'm saying, prison systems and taking advantage of people money on the
Oh
book.
yeah, I hope they never win. I didn't even know that. I hope they never win.
Yeah.
Shit, no wonder.
I read a story last week about, you know what I'm saying, the owner of the Detroit Pistons, his secondary company, owns um and I forgot the name of the company that saying deals with all the saying telephone calls throughout the whole prisons.
You
So
think that's probably why they tanking? You think that's probably why they lose? And they say, "Fuck this owner, we just
no,
here to
they
get a
just got
check."
the wrong players, man. They just got the wrong players. I mean, and listen, Blake Griffin ain't healthy, man. I don't care what
Ain't never
nobody say.
healthy.
He's shooting threes now. That's all he doing. He not ain't going to the
Yeah,
hole no more. Blake
nah, that shit's over.
healthy at all. I don't know what's wrong with his knee. I don't know, but there's like a weird echo I have on my mic for a second. Can you hear me?
Yeah, is it still there?
Yeah, I think we good. Yeah,
All
it
right.
was like a weird echo for a second. So I think Blake. I think Blake needs to go to Phoenix or go to Miami. Those are two teams that are known to get their players right, health wise. I don't know what's going on in Detroit. Like I said, Blake
Dumpster fire.
Griffin. I mean, Blake Griffin's only averaging 16 points. He's shooting 43% from 3-point range, which is great.
That's good.
45%, but that's all he's
Damn.
taking, dog. He ain't even going to the hole.
Damn.
He's not even posted up no more. He's not
Nah,
even
man, getting too old for that, man. Them legs, man. His legs gone, man.
posted up no more. So looking at Detroit's roster, man, they ain't got a damn soul, man. You
Fuck no.
got Mason Plumlee, DeLon Wright, who ain't doing nothing at the starting point guard position. You
Ooh.
know,
They got DeLon Wright starting over Derrick Rose.
yep, Derrick Rose coming off the bench because they ain't got a bench. They got Josh Jackson, they got Frank Jackson, Kalon Hayes. I think he's from overseas or something. I mean, they got Jeremy Grant. Jeremy Grant, he clearly took the money. He wasn't
Yeah,
trying to
hell
win.
yeah, that's a money grab.
He clearly went, and you know what? I can't fault him. Getting
That was
92.
the only team that wanted him. They had to be backing that Brinks truck up because he could have went to probably a lot of teams after what he did with Denver.
I mean, I think he only got a 3-year deal. I think he got a 3-year, $60 million. So he could have got more. But I would say this: Jeremy Grant is playing well. He's averaging 23. You know what I'm saying? He's averaging 23 and 6 boards. So he's actually playing well.
That might be a done deal for us, man.
But he's the only dude, though. You know what I'm saying? He's the only one playing. Detroit is horrible. Like I said, I'm not gonna dump on the Wizards just yet, man. But if it's like another 10 games, if they only win another 2 games in the next 10 games, they might be a wrap. Another team that ain't shit, ain't gonna be shit is Chicago. You know, Toronto's looking horrible right now. They can't stop anybody. They can't. I don't know what's going on with the Raptors right now.
They
Uh,
look good during the preseason. That's the crazy thing
they,
about it. I don't know that white dude was on that team when he was
they
draining them
can't win on the
threes.
road, man. They can't win on the road. Denver's struggling. Now it's still early. It's
That's
still
still
early.
early.
We're just going over the teams that we know ain't gonna be shit. You know what I'm saying? Minnesota. I think
Yeah,
Oklahoma City.
Timberwolves. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Um, I think the Warriors are gonna be treading around 500, man. I think they've been hit so hard with injuries, but
Andrews.
I
Yeah.
don't know why they getting up 124 points. They ain't playing no D either.
Nope. They never was really a defensive team for the most part. They just outscored you. Just had Draymond really for defense, and sometimes KD. Other
Oh
than
yeah,
that, I mean Clay can play a little bit of defense too. Other than that, they was really never no defensive team. They always just outscored the teams and they played against.
yeah. So I'm definitely looking forward to see what the Clippers is doing. Like I said, it's super early in the year. We're
Yeah.
gonna we're gonna check back on this maybe around late February, early
And
March.
keep out, keep y'all, you guys keep your eyes out on the Suns. See what this Chris Paul, Devin Booker thing going on, man.
Yeah, we'll see, man. They're 5-1 right now. They are playing well. They're playing great defense. I think they're only giving up 98 points a game.
That
That
mean Aiden's stepping into his own now.
he still ain't playing. You know what? With
Take that
Phoenix,
with you. Yeah,
Phoenix is only
yeah.
giving up 98%. You know, say
Take that
98
out of
points. That's
here.
actually number one in the league. So they got a 9-point differential. I think if DeAndre Ayton plays to his abilities, they'll be even better because Now you got somebody that could go up against AD all the time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's a matchup with the Lakers. But again, it's all about matchups, man. So the Pelicans, I don't know, man. We'll see. We'll see. You know what I'm saying? Brandon Ingram's, you know what I'm saying, playing well as always.
Man, I'm about to say that team gonna rest on him, man. I think that's his team now.
But I think they did a great job by getting, you know what I'm saying, picking up Steven Adams. That was a great pickup for sure. You know what I'm saying? You know what, a team that I don't trust in, don't believe in. I think they counterfeit as fuck.
So,
Utah, man. Utah,
oh
man.
yeah,
Uh,
Utah, man.
Utah, man. This is whatever, man. They're like the perpetual
Go
fifth
ahead. What are
seed
you
all the time.
doing?
You know
What
what
are
I'm
you
saying?
doing? Go ahead with that. That's too loud. Can't be having that in here.
They're always the
Damn.
fifth or, let's say, sixth seed, always. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, but right now, like I said, it's super early in the season. You know what I'm saying? Y'all the seventh seed, we the sixth seed. So Houston the eighth seed, and I think we'll see whatever's going on with Houston.
Houston, man, that's a weird dynamic this season too, man. Houston,
Yeah,
I'd love to be a fly in their locker room,
that's
man.
that's kind of wild. But I'm definitely going to see what's going on in the next 30 to 45 days as teams start playing a lot more, and we're going to start seeing a separation gap because I think they've only scheduled games up until like mid-March, and I guess they're going to see what's going on with the whole COVID thing and see if by that time, if there haven't been a whole lot of COVID violations, they may just keep going. You know what I'm saying? That's what we're hoping for. We don't want no type of stoppage in play.
No, NBA to be all right.
We need to make sure everybody stays on it. Stay on the game. So, it's a lot of room to improve. I'm really interested to see what Melo Ball does in Charlotte. I think he's going to be good.
Rookie. That's the rookie. That's my rookie of the year, man. That's my new favorite player, man.
LaMelo's dope, man. You know what I'm saying? I think that he has so many tools in his bag, man, and I think that he's in a perfect situation where Charlotte's looking for that star. You know what I'm saying? Kimber was great, but he was never that quintessential
Flashy.
star. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
exactly.
He was an all-star. He was the face of Charlotte, but I think Melo's going to put people in the seats because Charlotte had issues putting people in the seats too. So
Hell
I think
yeah.
having them in the mix is going to be good. They just got to get a couple more players. And listen, give shout out to the Knicks, man. Whoever thought the Knicks going to be 3-3 right now? Whoever thought that? You know what I'm saying? Julius Randle playing great. You know what I'm saying? I don't know who else they got on their team. You know what I'm saying? They got a collection of second tier, third, fourth tier guys.
They got collegiate ballers at one point on their damn team. Niggas ain't really.
But the fact of the matter is that they are playing hard. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Coach Tibbs have been playing hard, playing some kind of defense a little bit.
That's what he gonna have his teams do.
So you don't believe in Atlanta Hawks. We don't believe in Cleveland. Cleveland 4-2 right now. We'll see how all this ends. We don't know if they're gonna. But you know what? This is my sleeper team in the East, though. My sleeper team in the East is Orlando. I think Orlando with Markelle Fultz playing good. Shout out to Markelle.
He ran up. He's up on that contract.
He's from the area. You know what I'm saying? He got
he
got the re-up. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm so glad that Markelle is back on the up and up because that whole shoulder injury could have actually took him out of the league. You know what I'm saying? So
I think he's comfortable. I think he's comfortable in Orlando. It ain't a lot of pressure. Everybody looking in on him. He ain't playing with them stars.
I mean, and he's starting, but I think that when he was dealt to Orlando, they took an active approach in making sure that they just try to rebuild him completely. First of all, from a confidence standpoint, because he was broken. He was completely broken in Philly, and it wasn't the right team structure at all.
Nope.
They didn't have the right management, the right coach, the right teammates. So they sent him to Orlando. They said, "Listen, there's no pressure. So just like you said, there's no pressure. We're gonna win you back in. We're gonna try to get the shoulder right. His shoulder's probably never gonna be 100%. You know what I'm saying? But if his shoulder's 75%, 80%." as long as he don't got that stupid hitch in the shot, then he's going to be serviceable. So I'm definitely root for him, man. And I think Orlando is that team that's now to the point where they're ready to get to the second round. Because for the last 3 years they've been first round out. You know what I'm saying? I think they're now on a collision course to kind of make that leap. The team that I'm very interested in East right now, the East top spot is the Philadelphia 76ers on
I
the
was
low.
just about to bring them up. That's my sleeper team.
On the low. That's your sleeper team?
That's
Wow.
my sleeper team because man, I just want to see what they're gonna do with them new tools they got. Getting Seth Curry, close. I mean Danny Green. I ain't really looking regular season Danny Green. I take him probably, but postseason Danny Green, nah, yeah, postseason, nah, he going to shrink. And right now, I mean, it's time to show and prove for Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid. Like it's their time right now to show and prove. Like if they don't perform this season, like somebody gotta go this time. Ain't no somebody gotta go, like it, because the shit ain't working. So it's like either Joel gonna stay healthy and play more games this year, or Ben gonna have to get confident and take a jump shot. It's confidence. That's all that is with that. Because he can shoot if he probably wanted to. He just choose not to shoot.
Yeah, it gotta be. And I think for the fact that I don't see how, and we're gonna get to James Harden in Houston in a minute, but I don't I don't think Philly should trade for James Harden only because Philadelphia is not going to take back Ben Simmons, in my opinion. I think they're not going to ask for him. I think they may ask for Embiid. I don't think they're going to get rid of him. It's just one of the things because they have John Wall right now, so it makes no sense to having John Wall and Ben Simmons in the backcourt.
They got the same. It's like almost the same play, but John Wall got a jump shot.
Yeah, so somebody got to be able to play off the ball. Ben Simmons is not confident shooting outside of the paint. So, what? On the low, I'm kind of rooting for Ben Simmons. I've been very critical of Ben Simmons for his whole career. I've been extremely critical, but in a weird way, I'm kind of hoping that he kind of gets over the hump a little bit. I'm kind of hoping
he might gotta leave Philly, man. He probably gotta leave Philly and go to a
where's he
different
going to
team.
go? I mean, where's he going? Listen, we don't care what the main guys on ESPN and Fox and we don't care about what they saying. All right, we talking the real here. Where's he going to go? Yes, can he play defense? Yes. Is he 6'10"? Yes. Can he, run the point? Yes. Is he fast?
Go to
Yes.
Milwaukee. If Milwaukee get the package up for him, do you know the type of lobs he would throw to Giannis?
But both of them don't got a jump shot. I mean, Giannis' jump shot is better.
Giannis, he can shoot. It's better. He's taking his threes.
His jump shot is better, but at the end of the day, it's just going to clog the lane up. He ain't going to have no room to go until Ben Simmons can prove that he is confident in his offensive ability. I'm not saying he need to come down and shoot threes like Steph and all that. But he at least need to take elbow jump shots. He need to shoot off the dribble. He at least needs to, finish with right hand consistently. Now he throws that little bullshit right hook, down the lane, but he needs to have more tools in his offensive bag. That's the only way that his game's gonna get unlocked. It's the only way that Philly's gonna get unlocked.
Yeah, because he's too tall, man. You know how many guards he can shoot over? If he can pull up, that'd be deadly to add to his catalog.
And I think initially I was really annoyed with him because I felt like he had all this hype coming out of college.
He did.
And the whole thing is, well, yes, he's a talent, but he couldn't do shit in college. You know why? Because
LSU is some shit.
The NCAA tournament. So that's number one. Number two, he's already hyped already as this next generational talent. He's with LeBron. That's even more annoying. And with Rich Paul, which is triple like annoying because now you've been put on this whole pedestal as if you're the next face of the league on it. And we're like, man, the dude got mad holes in his game. Yeah, he can post you up if he wants to. Yeah, he can play defense if he wants to. He can pass. He can do all these things. But
he can't shoot.
You can't have 0 points in a freaking playoff game. and you're a starter playing 30 minutes, that cannot happen. You can't disappear in the playoffs. Now, last year he got hurt. Okay, cool. He's had injuries in the past. Joel Embiid has to be in tip-top condition. That's the only way he's gonna get unlocked if he commits his diet, exercise, and therefore he won't have those back injuries. He won't have those knee injuries. You know what I'm saying? So, but they have the right coach in place. They got Doc Rivers. I don't trust Daryl Morey because
I don't trust Doc Rivers, man. We done had this Doc Rivers discussion, man. I don't trust him. Who the hell he got on his bench that was like people to help him? Because we, ooh, don't get me started on him, man.
I trust Doc. He listen. He was. I'm not gonna say he was that he was dealt a bad hand in LA because it was Lob City. They
He
had
had free will. He was the coach and the GM at one point. Like come on, man. Nah, he had the keys. They gave this man the keys to the palace, man. Oh.
I get it. Doc Rivers had everything. He had the money, he had the ATM card, grocery basket, he had everything. You know what I'm saying? He had everything. But I think with the whole Clippers fiasco, I just think that somebody had to go. And you weren't get rid of Kawhi yet. You were not gonna get rid of Paul George yet. So he was the perfect scapegoat. But in Philadelphia, having him over Brett Brown is a huge upgrade.
Oh yeah, Brett Brown's he was mediocre coach. So
because now you have like a coach that's going to hold players accountable. Brett Brown, there was always like rumors that Joel Embiid did whatever he wanted to do.
He never coached. Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I just think that whole process thing that they came about years and years ago, I always thought that was going to end bad. It did end bad, and I think Doc Rivers being able to hold these guys accountable is a great thing. I'm just wondering, do they have enough? You know what I'm saying? They got Seth Curry, great signing. Danny Green, I could do without Danny Green. He needs to retire. But they got some pieces there, and I just think that if Philly could be able to kind of be consistent and they can keep on playing defense, which I think they do, it's just gonna have to come down to Ben Simmons, like you said. It's gonna have to come down to Ben. If Ben can't get you the buckets, he probably gotta go. You know what I'm saying? And Embiid as well. Embiid has to be a dominant force consistently. He can't be missing too many games and stuff like that due to his diet or whatever the case may be. So we'll see, man. It's definitely early. I think Milwaukee's gonna get his act together. I think when it's all said and done, I think the Knicks are going to fall out.
Of course.
You said that Atlanta's going to fall out. I think Cleveland's going to fall out.
Of course.
Once Milwaukee gets in, I think Miami's going to get itself together, but Miami needs help. I think Miami needs help. And let me just also say this because no one has said this. I haven't heard this at all anywhere. I love Coach Spoelstra, but his love affair for Goran Dragic is going to keep him back. His love affair for Goran Dragic is going to hold this team back because now, mind you, Game 6 of the NBA Finals. I'm going back. Game 6 of the NBA Finals, coming off of a historic Game 5 win. Lakers had the Kobe jerseys on. They looking to win. And they pulled that game out. Kendrick Nunn was one of the main contributors, along with
man. He left me down.
And for Game 6, he started Goran Dragic, and Nunn barely played. Going into this year, Kendrick Nunn barely played. So he got to get some more run, man. He's what, 20, 21, maybe 22. I mean, he gave them pop off the bench. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. He was first team all rookie for a reason. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what's going on down there in Miami. I have no idea.
He can ball too. He can ball. That's a crazy thing about he can ball. He ain't no scrub or nothing. See what he was doing.
Exactly. And and one of the worst formulas you can have is you have a veteran team that can, always pull it together, always, essentially, flip the light switch on and off. Miami don't have room for error like that. You know what I'm saying?
No.
And Jimmy Butler, he has to come every game. He got to average 30. You know, he can't be coming in and want to average 21 here and there and show up another game. No, he got to be dominant every game on both sides. And I understand it may gas him out. I understand he's
Yeah.
trying to conserve, but you don't want to get too far down down the standings. And again, we only pretty much 6-7 games into the season, but the way how you start is usually how you finish. So Miami got a lot of work to do. So I think Miami and Milwaukee is going to get on the up and up. Do you think your Sacramento Kings going to hang in there for the top 8 seeds?
Probably not. I don't know. It depends on what like I say Houston's going to do. I gotta look at the standings right now. Houston and Phoenix. If them two teams manage to drop the ball somehow, and everybody else still stay where they at, we might be able to fight for that 7 seed at best. But top 6 seed or shit like that, nothing past 6 seed because we
You're on
still
the
need
7
more
right
pieces.
now.
We still need pieces, man. We still piece away. Our owner, I think we need a new owner.
Why you don't like the owner, man?
Cause man, this nigga just make the wrong fucking basketball moves. Don't get me wrong. Now, Vajic, the shit he do outside of basketball is great for the community. Like I give him that. Like it's great. But like far as like the people we pick for staff and the players they pick up and shit like that, it's like these niggas just want to be mediocre forever.
But you know what? They got Shaq on ownership. I mean, that's pretty good.
The same man that called us the Sacramento Queens.
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah, that guy, man. Yeah, he probably tried to deliberately try to sabotage us or some shit like that, man. If we got if such Shaq is in there, I wanted to be a fucking mentor to Marvin Bagley. That's what take him underneath his wing, man. I want Marvin Bagley to have fucking Shaq's sons game. If he play like Shaq's sons, he'd be all right, man.
Morgan Bagley, you know what I'm saying? Bagley is talented, man. I just think, like we alluded to before, it's a log jam at power forward. I don't know if he's a power forward, small forward. I don't know because
he's listed as the 4, but he's kind of he's size right for 4. He shouldn't be playing the 5 unless you're gonna do like a small ball lineup or some shit like that. But
I mean he's 6'11", 240. You know what I'm saying? So, and he's only 21. So,
he showed flashes, but it's just I don't know. Like he could pull up, he could shoot a 3 every now and then. He run to the basket.
You got Holmes. You got what's that cat name who can shoot threes?
You talking about Kyle guy? Because Bogdanovich is gone.
Bogdanovich is gone, but y'all have another guy. His name was Belicha, I believe.
Oh, the Belicha, the big dude.
Yeah.
The big dude with the hair, yeah, man.
So, you know what I'm saying? Y'all got him, y'all got Holmes. Holmes is holding down the fort, you know what I'm saying? So,
the Dolphins right now that's dropping the fucking bag.
You got Harrison Barnes. I mean, y'all got Hassan Whiteside.
No, Harrison Barnes needs to fucking go. We signed this man. We gave this man his bag, and this nigga is not showing up. He ain't even doing this shit he did the first 2 years with Dallas. Like Harrison Barnes, we need to go. We need to cut ties with him, free up some cap space to actually bring some real talent in here. Break that shit down for 2 role players or something. Because Harrison Barnes, I mean,
he just don't get me wrong. He making 22.2 mil. He just read up. He just read up.
I ain't just saying that people because he played for the Tar Heels. That motherfucker, yeah. He just,
you know what? And when I used to root for college basketball, I was a Carolina fan, and Harrison Barnes is one of the guys where it's like he had all world talent, but just like it was always something missing. You know what I'm saying? Fundamentally sound. You know what I'm saying?
He got exposed when he left.
Perfect looking jump shot. You know what I'm saying? But I think, all right. Do you think Harrison Barnes ever got over his bad performance in the NBA Finals in 2016?
Nah, it could be a little chip on his shoulder, but anything, I would think that would fuel you to, become better and lift your team up. Look at all that money Dallas gave him. They thought he was going to be, he still should be on that Dallas team playing with fucking everybody on that team right now. He
Yeah.
still should be on that team, but
I mean,
he just wasn't the answer.
and again, he has a lot of skills, fundamentally sound. It's just I don't know, man. He just don't have that pop in his game, man. I don't know. Maybe he needs to get mad. I don't know, but he's averaging 16 on this Sacramento team. He should be averaging 26. He's only averaging 16.
Exactly. And don't get me wrong now. It was a stretch. It was a stretch last year. He was doing the right thing. He
Yeah,
was doing the
yeah,
right thing. Like when he was saying he was growing a beard out until he went to made it the playoffs, some shit like that. He was
yeah.
doing his thing a little bit, but it was just flashes though. We need
So are you
consistency.
saying it? So are you saying that he needs to like ditch his barber in order to play good?
Yeah, he need a fresh lineup, man. He need to holler at like Ben Simmons, Bob, or somebody,
He
man.
need to
Whoever
holler at
John Wall
somebody,
go to.
bro.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
he need to holler at somebody, wow. So yeah, man. So we'll see how your Sacramento Kings hanging in. So let's before we get to Houston, man, let's go ahead and show love. Well, yeah, we are gonna be on Houston. So before we get to the main topic of the show, man, let's just give a shout out to John Wall, man, because John Wall really held it down.
Yeah, held it down for the Wizards, man. Put
For
it
so
some
many
good
years.
back shots, man.
Yeah, and he actually wanted to be here, so he definitely gave his heart and soul to the city. It's just a shame that injuries kind of ended his tenure and
Mm-hmm.
circumstances around everything, man. So John Wall is always gonna be remembered here in the DMV area, and right now it looks like Houston, doing better with the trade, but I mean, I think the Wizards are going to get themselves together if they play defense. Otherwise,
Oh yeah,
it's going to be a long year. But let's get to Houston, man, because a lot of stuff's been going
dumpster
on in Houston.
fire.
A lot of stuff's been going on in Houston, and this is the one thing that I've kind of noticed right now. So James Harden is leading the league in score.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone's been so marveled that hey, he can go fly around to club, come back, score 44, score 30, and all that stuff like that. And they're so amazed at his talent. And it's almost like with everyone giving him praise for being able to not train but still score 30, it's like they
They
give him
got this
a pass.
bullshit.
It's
They
like they
got
give
all
him
about the
a pass.
shenanigans.
So before I get into what I feel about the James Harden situation, give me your take on James Harden's behavior, I'm saying professionalism and just the overall state of affairs for Houston. Give me your vantage point of what
Let
they.
me start by saying, James Harden right now is the NBA son. Like right now, looking at everybody, James Harden is still my favorite player. He's still my favorite player in the league. This nigga is exciting this shit. He's exciting. Is he Team Cancer? Yes, he is Team Cancer. Let's
So you
not get
want him
it
on
twisted.
Sacramento?
No, I would not want him in Sacramento. I would love to see him in Sacramento, but no,
Well,
I
he
would
will
not.
come to the game. He'll be
Yeah,
in
he'll
Vegas
win us some
next week.
games. But you see, look what happened when we had Prime Boogie. Prime Boogie, Team Cancer. He can ball out. He put the stats up, but
He hated every coach.
it got rid of every coach he didn't like, didn't approve of.
To buy this one.
Stop buying it, son. You gotta get another one.
Oh, we need a sticker.
All right. But man, yeah, like I was saying, man, but as far as him, this whole situation, man, yeah, it was a little unprofessional. I mean, little baby is his boy. He wanted to show out for his birthday party. The shit with his girl. That was, I mean, it's his cameras. When you're a superstar and get to a certain point, like the cameras is gonna be following you everywhere you go. Yeah, that was a lot, really, 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 like really selfish the shit he was doing, not thinking about the team. And I know you want to have a little social life too, but at the same time too, you gotta think about the bigger shit. That's why I think he's never gonna win a championship. Unless he goes to the right team. I don't think he's ever going to win a championship because I don't think his heart is set on winning the chip. I think he just wants to do, the mediocre things. Just to, stay top leading scoring, maybe average a double from time to time, and never. Go ahead, Steve. Go ahead. Go and change something else. Like I don't never think he's gonna get over the hump and be, you know, and win a chip. And it was unprofessional. Like I'm still trying to figure out, is he gonna get traded in that? If he gets traded, if they fucking bow down to him and trade him, like Houston, they wasted their time. They gave this man all this talent. They wasted all this money for what? For what? Just to end up trading him because he demanded the trade to go. Like this shit is crazy. It is unprofessional the way he's been doing the shit he's been doing. His antics, you know. He on this prima donna shit right now. He on this superstar shit. He on this superstar shit.
Comfortable with my seat right quick.
It's like he on this superstar ish. What?
You know, man. It's a lot of things that go on sometimes, and I understand superstars be on their bullshit, man. But listen, first and foremost, I mean, and this isn't to be, you know, we're not trying to be, you know, cornballish or anything like that. But I mean, like we said at the top of the show, COVID is real. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
And you going out to Vegas, you going out to Atlanta. I don't care if Atlanta is wide open or if Miami's wide open. People not wearing masks, whatever. There's a mandate. You are an NBA employee, and they state that you must wear masks. You cannot be in a gathering of that nature. There's certain things in place for a reason. And when the actual story came out that he had COVID prior to coming to the bubble, that's why he was late. Like with that personal reason, but he had COVID. It's like, okay, well, has he taken this serious? You know what I'm saying? Like the whole time. You know what I'm saying? He was late coming into the bubble. He had
out of shape.
Out of shape a little bit. And I'm gonna be honest with you. It seems like since he's been in Houston after his second year, he never looks like he's in shape.
Yeah, he's never. Nah, he always been a little over. But he's kind of a pudgy dude, though. If you go back and look, like even when he played Arizona, he was Arizona.
So I mean, maybe he's like a yo-yo type of guy, but you know, I just think that number one, you know, and we're gonna talk about Dwayne Haskins, you know what I'm saying, for the Washington football team getting released because of the COVID issue. So it's like, you know, with him being that irresponsible, I don't care if you are a manager, employer, or what the case may be, you know, you can't be that selfish. And then when actual stories come out about you holding up team planes, or you know what I'm saying, whenever you guys are on a back-to-back, let's say if you're in the second game of a back-to-back, if they're in Miami, LA, you know, Phoenix, certain cities that he liked, he would make them stay an extra day or two on the road trip in some of these cities. So now, again, superstars get their whole treatment, and I get it. But when you be this selfish and this irresponsible, and over what? Because they got rid of a bum ass coach and they got rid of a overrated, you know, GM because you can't, you know, get your way. Houston has done everything for him. Now, let's put this in this proper context. Coming out of Oklahoma City, he was a sixth man. He had a bad showing in the NBA Finals. He wanted he wanted a max rookie deal. It's a rookie extension. They said no. They ended up trading him. Houston has done everything for him. He's become an MVP, perennial all-star, one of the great players in his 8 seasons in Houston. He's transformed himself. He owes that team more than that. He is on the verge of ruining his whole Rocket legacy. You know what I'm saying? You ruin your whole legacy over what? Like when he retires, or you know what's going to end up happening at maybe the next 3 or 4 years, because I don't think James Harden has the actual discipline that LeBron has in terms of taking care of his body, investing in himself. I don't see James Harden playing until 40 or
Mm.
yeah, because he's already 31, 32 now.
Yeah, 32 now, some shit like
Let's
that.
So let's say if he has 3 more years of elite play, and let's say he starts to tail off as that's when it's going to hit him. That's when it's going to hit him because you know when you're a certain kind of way, and we've seen it all, whether it's
Mm.
NFL, NBA, we've seen guys who's at the top. It happened to Allen Iverson. Allen Iverson is the top of the world, amazing athlete, trendsetter, cultural icon, but he was an issue in locker rooms. No, not in the locker rooms, but issues with management. And as he got older, because he was still Allen Iverson, but not really coming to the mindset that damn, like that that my skills are starting to like erode a little bit. I need to
Mm-hmm.
accept a more,
That's the road, yeah.
coming off the bench or what. But he didn't want it because his ego. Carmelo had to
That,
get
yeah,
it.
prime example.
So as James gets older, if he doesn't realize it now or realize it next year, he's going to realize it when he's 35 and no one's falling for that whole step back move no more, or those long 3 pointers now coming up short, or he can't move the same no more, or because his diet and exercise is so out of whack that maybe he doesn't lose the weight anymore. You just never know. We don't want to prey on anyone's downfall, but the way how he's treating his team, and let me also say this, he's very lucky that that rookie who he threw the ball at, he's lucky that rookie ain't take his head off because we all bros at the end of the day, and ain't nobody gonna be trying to know
Yeah,
something
yeah.
nobody, you know what I'm saying? Now had he went off and broke his jaw, he would have got suspended, cut from the team. You don't be throwing the ball at a rookie. What you doing that for?
Hell yeah.
You know
I'm
what I'm saying?
professional.
It's like, dog, if you don't like your situation that bad, stay home. But if I'm Houston, I'm not trading him.
Nah, you can't trade. You just can't up and let him go for nothing. Nah, you done invested too much time and money with him, but just to let his ass walk away.
I may be the only person in the United States of America who will say this. I'll be that petty and spiteful. If I'm Houston, he has 2 more years left on his deal. The third year is a player option. I will let him walk off the books. I will I
Yeah.
will I will hold you the whole 2 years, let you leave in free agency for nothing. Now a lot of people, oh man, so you gotta get max. You gotta get everything you can get for James Harden. No, 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 no. He's not running my team. He's been running this team for 8 years. No, enough is enough. We're paying you over $40 million a year. You gonna come and play. You already turned down the 2 year 100 million. Cool. But while you here, you gonna ball. Or if you continue to be a nuisance, guess what else I do? If if he causes any more problems, or if he gives like a new head coach issue, I'll send his ass home.
Mm.
I would do everything in my power that's allowed under the freaking CBA. Whereas if the conduct detrimental, we will pay you. But go ahead, go home. You're gonna waste your 2 years because guess what? You don't got the leverage. You don't
Hell
have
yeah.
right now. Now, many people say, well, next year he'll have the leverage because the team will feel pressure. If I'm Houston, I don't want to feel no type of pressure. No, not at all.
Mhm.
Because it's all about culture. It's all about this team. Now that they got John Wall playing, and he's looking like he's getting back into form. Listen,
Yeah.
Boogie back.
That's how
So,
I understand. Like this could be the best team he played when Chris Paul was on it. Like at one point, and they had everybody on there, Capella and shit. Like this could be like he got the weapons right now, like to make a serious run right now for a push. And
dog,
I
he's
don't know.
always had weapons. He's always had them.
Yeah, but nah, this team right here, man, it's something. It's
Look,
an athletic ass team, man.
and let's also bring it back to another perspective. The reason why they've had playoff failure rests solely on his shoulders. playoff after playoff, whenever they get eliminated, is because James Harden don't show up. Last
Nah,
year,
not when Chris Paul. I don't think when Chris Paul went out against Golden State. Yeah, I
yes,
think
yes, even then, dog, even then, because even when Chris Paul went down, it was up 3-2.
yeah.
It was up 3-2 going to Golden State. You could close them out. You're James Harden. You MVP candidate.
I think he be gassed out too during the season. That's why I think
Why?
that's when that
Why is
second
that?
ball handle.
Why is that?
A
Why is
little
that?
bit of conditioning, and then
Every
trying to
year,
score so much though. Trying to
every
score
year.
so much.
That's what he loves to do. He don't play no defense, so he should be energized. He don't play defense.
Hey, he played defense in the bubble, man, for him to win that series.
Man, one play, whatever, man. And then he was screaming and shouting, "No, give me consistency." And then guess what happened when he went against the Lakers? He didn't show
Yeah.
up at all. James Harden looked frazzled. He looked, confused, and he act like whatever type of defense the Lakers was running was so perplexing he couldn't solve it. Like, you're James Harden again. Playoff after playoff. We can go back to the year when they lost against San Antonio, game 6 at home, and he don't show up. He seems like he's out of it, whatever. He don't show up at all. We could talk about I think the 2014-15 year when they went against the Clippers. Remember when the Clippers was up 3-1?
Mm-hmm.
And like the Clippers was on the verge of sending them home, and
And
Houston
now they came back and beat him.
in that game, but James Harden wasn't on the floor. You had Jason Terry, you had Josh Smith, you had Dwight Howard, you had so many of those guys who led the comeback. And I would never forgive James Harden for both years against Golden State. Even the year KD got hurt 2 years ago, KD got hurt in game 5. You lose that game. You lose game 6 at home. The year before that, you have a game 7 at home. That's on him, bro. He's had Dwight Howard, Chris Paul, Westbrook, Pat Beverly. I think Lou Williams might have played there one year. I mean,
Probably.
look, and he's had like a pretty decent coach in Kevin McHale. Dan Tony let him do whatever he want.
And he get full range.
That was the death of that team. The moment they traded Clint Capella and they went totally small, I knew what time it was.
That ain't make no fucking sense, man. Good pickup for Atlanta.
You really thought they would win the championship?
It sounded good at the time. They looked good during the regular season. They ass got exposed. And they go against the true big.
And then he got the audacity to get mad at Russell Westbrook because with James Harden being late to practice all the time or being late to team meetings, and he's telling the coach to run the film. Hey, run it. He'll catch up when he get here. You get mad at Russell Westbrook because he's holding you accountable. You get mad at Chris Paul because he's holding you accountable. So if you don't want to be held accountable, then guess what? You don't need to go to a championship team. What you think KD and Kyrie going to do? Let's say if Brooklyn
that's a bad matchup. He worried talking about, oh man, go to that is the accident waiting to happen. That shit would not work for the full season.
I wouldn't do it because as much as people talk trash about Kyrie and they talk trash about KD, you know what they want to do? They want to win. They are champions. James is not a champion. They've been there before. They know what it takes to win a championship. It takes sacrifice. Can James Harden change his game and actually sacrifice?
I don't see it. I don't see it.
Everybody keeps saying, "Hey, he's going to go to Philly. There's like a blockbuster trade waiting to happen." Like, who's going to want to take?
It's going to be the same shit all over again. That's why when you ask, he's my favorite player. James Harden, my favorite player. But would I want him on my Kings? No, probably wouldn't. No, probably wouldn't.
I'll be so petty that if I had to trade him, I'd send him to the freaking Pistons. Hey, give me Blake Griffin, a couple of them, listen, a couple of them young guards, and I can make service with everybody else. You go ahead have James Harden. You go ahead have him. I'll send him to the Pistons and let him rot in 2 years in Detroit. And
That'd be it. That'd be it. That'd be it. His career right there. That'd might be the thing that end him
people
right there.
understand that everyone thinks that James Harden's going to play at this level for the next 8 years. He's already 32, I think. And if he doesn't get back in peak condition, we don't know how long he's gonna last. He's been durable. He's played through minor injuries, but we don't want to wish anything bad on the brother. But if like, come on, like you're a representation of who you are. You know what I'm saying? What you show to us, that's who you are. So if you come into camp out of shape, uninspired, you causing problems, that's who you are. So you can't get mad at the media, get mad at your coach because they're holding you accountable because you're a superstar in this league. That's just bad. But like I
Yeah.
said, Houston, I ain't trading his ass. I'll let him ride this out the whole 2 years. Straight up. You know what I'm saying? Because guess what? When he goes back into free agency, you think he will get $40 million a year at 35?
Nah, hell no. Hell no. Hell no. That should be over with.
It just ain't worth it, man. But before we kind of wrap things up, bro, you know what I'm saying? Definitely some great talk on the NBA front, man. Oh, before we go, do you think Lakers gonna go back to back?
I hope not. I hope not, man.
Yeah.
Getting Montreal, it's like they got more weapons. Like they a better team this shit for
You
real,
think
for real.
so?
Looking at, I think so, man. Me and my cousin was talking about that shit for a long time. Like I think they read up in LeBron, man, the best damn GM in the fucking game, man. Cause ain't no fucking way. Like I
I
think they
got
got better.
I got to
They
take
got
on it.
better. What's that? They ain't hitting them with that team tampering shit. Cause he's tampering. Best believe it's tampering involved.
He's been tampered for years. They still ain't doing nothing about it. Looking at their roster now, people may say, "Oh, they got better because they got Schroeder. He's 27. They got Montrez, but and they got Wesley Matthews. But Wesley Matthews on his last fucking legs.
Yeah, man. Cause I don't even think he can shoot that good like he used to.
You know what I'm saying?
But I
Marquise,
take him over. I definitely take him over Danny Green though. Right now, I take it Danny Green.
yeah, but I mean, Wesley Matthews hasn't really been hitting that. But I'm gonna say this though. I don't think the Lakers getting out the second round. Looking at this roster and just, you know what? I've said this all last year.
Yes, yes.
Needs me because they won the championship. They got on a great run. I don't trust the Laker guards. I don't trust the bench. Now, Montrez is Montrez. He's gonna give you something. Is Marcus All gonna be able to stay up all year? Because he's old.
Kuzma definitely gotta. They read up. He read up shockingly enough, but
Yeah, but
Kuzma, man.
Kuzma's still Kuzma at the end of the day. All Kyle Kuzma does is roam the 3-point line. He'll do nothing else. He barely want to cut to the basket. He barely wants to play defense. He barely wants to put the ball on the floor. All he wants to do is the one step, you know what I'm saying, 3-point shot, or you know what I'm saying, run off that screen, that fadeaway 3-point shot at the wing. That's all he wants to do. That's all he wants to do. At the end of the day,
That's probably what LeBron tell him to do.
I just don't.
Clear out.
I just don't trust. I don't trust the LA Lakers guards. I don't trust their bench. And is AD really? Is he really going to be that dominant force to say, you know what? I'm not shooting fadeaway jumpers for a while. I'm in the paint. No one can stop
Yeah,
me. I'm in
I
the
think
paint.
he's the difference maker.
I'm getting everybody in foul trouble. I'm playing like I'm mad that someone took my lunch money. I'm going to the hole every time. But if you wanna sit back and shoot fadeaway jump shots, if you want to do step back jumpers, and all that's cool because he can shoot. And credit Alvin Gentry too for his growth. You know what I'm saying? I don't trust the Lakers long term. I just don't trust them. If they do come in,
He is better though. They are better.
God bless them. And I mean, Dennis Schroeder is a good pickup, but long term, is he the answer? Who knows? You know what
Yeah, we
I'm
gotta see. He ain't
saying?
playing in his Atlanta form or
I
some
don't.
of his OKC form again, but
You know, listen, Caldwell Pope keep hitting them, keep on hitting them counterfeit threes.
he done. He been driving to the basket too though. Okay, he cut
Alex
sometimes too. He's their swing man. It's like
Alex
Caruso.
Caruso.
Is lucky as a bitch, man.
You know what
God
I'm
dang.
saying? Unless they lean on Horton Tucker, but he's still a young guy. I mean, he has a lot
Yeah,
of talent, but he's young.
yeah,
But
it's still raw. Yeah.
the thing that the Lakers have lost now, mind you, it doesn't show up now because they played San Antonio twice, beat them down, and they beat down the Timberwolves. But losing Dwight Howard, you know what I'm saying, McGee, that's gonna haunt them long term because that was their identity, defense. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
On those anchors, I don't think AD can do it by itself. It's been
Nah.
proven AD cannot do it by himself on that front line by himself. Even with Montrez, Montrez is a below average person on the defensive end. Yes, he's going to grab rebounds. He's going to be aggressive. Offensive, he's going to roll to the paint. But shutting somebody down, I don't see it. So we'll see. I mean, a lot of people in America think they're going to go. Back to back, and they're saying that I'm tripping, but we gonna see, man. I got this echo on my mic. It's kind of messing up. I don't know.
It's gone. Is it gone? Is it
Yeah,
gone?
it's now, no.
Yeah, my phone be ringing. That's when my phone be going off.
So listen, man. Before we get out of here, man, we had a great talk about the NFL earlier. We definitely got into great depth about the NBA and our teams respectively. Before we get up out of here, man, let's talk about the unfortunate releasing of Dwayne Haskins. Now that we've heard a lot of people say a lot of stuff. Um, and again, this is another player that got fined due to, what I'm saying, issues in the locker room, issues with not being able to maintain proper COVID protocols and being irresponsible. Um, give me a take on Dwayne Haskins, man. Do you think it was the right move for the Washington team to do? What type of onus do you put on him all the way? Give me your take on this whole mess that's going on in Washington. Dwayne Haskins.
Dwayne Haskins, man, the guy who didn't want to get drafted and be there in the first fucking. Dwayne, you saw the look on his face when he seen he was going to play for his hometown team that he did not want to come in. I think the Redskins did what they normally did. I mean, sometimes they did draft some good players though that kind of panned out, but I just think they dropped the ball on this one, man. They really did. It was some other players. I don't got my notes up and stuff right now. It's a ton of players they could have drafted before him and got equal or better value now because he can't contribute nothing from that team. We all know how the Redskins is when it comes to trying to develop a quarterback. Like the shit don't really pan out well with them. They need to get a veteran, somebody that's proven to come in here and play the quarterback position because Redskins will ruin quarterback in development. A la RG3, Kirk Cousins, Jason Campbell, you name it, they will ruin a quarterback's fucking development. So I think they fucked up right there getting them. They seen he look good in Ohio State. Don't get me wrong, but you can kind of weed through the bullshit with the quarterback and shit coming out of Ohio State. Like they're in a good system. Good, it's a good system when they got going to Ohio State. They never really pan out when they come into the league. And so I was like, man, this shit right here was not gonna pan out well when he came to the Redskins. Lo and behold, picks this motherfucker was throwing like he could not move the offense to save his fucking life, man. Like I was like, damn, who the hell was the quarterback coach there? Who was helping them? Who did they hire to help, the development? And like I was looking at that shit, I was like, oh my god, like they definitely need somebody. Then they thought the Carolina quarterback was gonna be the answer. He wasn't. Alex Smith, man, just keep Alex Smith, keep him in there. He's playing today. I don't know what he's going to do today, but man, Alex Smith, That's fucking sad, man. You got a banged up Alex Smith coming in outperforming the fucking young gun. Man. Like that is, I think he don't want to play there. The whole point. I don't think he wanted to play with the Redskins from jump. And this is his way going out. He might go to another team and do like how the Redskins players do. When they go to another team, they perform in the right system. He might come and show and prove, but Ohio State, he just product of a good, good team environment, good coaching system with Ohio State.
Now I'm gonna say this though, because a lot of people have been trashing Dwayne Haskins, and before I get to the stats, let me just say this: yes, he was irresponsible. Yes, he has to be held accountable. Yes, they did give him a lot of opportunity to get this self together. I do think that there is a lot of pressure trying to play for your home team. Everyone's not built for that, especially here in the DMV area. I think he's from Montgomery County, I believe. So, but being able, let's just say this, being a 15th overall pick, you getting your little, your signing bonus money. I ain't gonna say little. You getting millions of dollars. You're in the DMV area. You're practicing in Ashburn, Virginia, living probably in, Tyson's or Ashburn, Herndon, Reston, amazing places, right? So that's high end living already. In addition to, this is one of the highest, saying gross income area in the nation anyway. So it's things to do. Okay. It's things to do, money to spend. You know what I'm saying? So I think that the pressure of playing at home, pressures of money, being from the area, I think those were natural disasters waiting to happen. I think that based upon what they said about him coming out of school, getting drafted by the home team, getting
Yeah.
signed, getting his shoe deal with the Jordan brand, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Getting a check there, I think it's probably too much for him, you know what I'm saying? So
They're backwards.
he needs to be held accountable for making bad decisions with COVID, especially with your coach coming off of cancer. So that is stupid to do. And listen, dog, it just come down to this, dog. If you come into some money and you know you're just looked upon as a savior for your family or whatever, because everyone has saying put you in a saying a different spot to be able to succeed, and you finally make it, and you get that first rookie deal. A lot of people don't understand, man. That's a lot of pressure for saying first year, second year guy being a first round pick, finally getting some money, some real money. Your family's never had that real money, and you got the pressure of the world from your family. So instead of focusing on your job and focusing on your growth, so you can get to that second contract and that third contract and be able to get endorsements, you're worried about extracurricular stuff, off the field stuff that you shouldn't even have to be worried about. So we're gonna say that not only did he didn't handle his business on the field, he didn't handle his business off the field with his off the field team. So whoever's in his corner, whether it be his mama, his daddy, brother, whoever, friend, whoever, he didn't have the
See, he
right.
switched the agency.
He didn't have a right team behind him, because when he made it, everybody made it. He went to club, everybody goes to club. So you mean to tell me there's nobody that can kind of jump and say, "Hey, Dwayne, how about we kind of slow down this? How about we don't go to the strip club in the season while it's COVID? Hey, how about we don't try to sneak somebody into the hotel on the road in the top of the year, at the beginning of the season? Certain things just not worth it." And I think that what it also said to dog is, it also says to me that he took for granted that he's a first round pick. Hey, my like my rookie contract's guaranteed. So I'm gonna mess up, do whatever, and they're gonna. And then he came across a head coach, like a veteran head coach that didn't have any ties to him, didn't draft him, and he was like, "Hey, listen, man, we'll be willing to pay you for 2 years just to be at home. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and go home. You know what I'm saying? Take the last 2 years of your deal because it's already guaranteed. Go home. You know what I'm saying? Try to make the best of it. I hope sincerely that he gets his crew together, gets himself together, gets in a great environment. Don't ever come back here to play again. Don't even don't even come back here. Don't even come back to this area until the off season. If that. You know what I'm saying? Don't even come back here because clearly being here, home base, is so much of a distraction and cause you to get cut. And use a starter. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah,
looking at
yeah.
you know what I'm saying, and just looking at his numbers, everybody say he's god awful, whatever. Him and Alex Smith got the same goddamn numbers. Both of them
But
played.
shorter time though. Alex Smith didn't play as many games as Haskins did, right?
Both of them played 7 games. Alex Smith has 146 completions. Haskins has 148. Both of them got almost the same amount of attempts. Both of them got almost the same type of completion percentage. Alex is 66. Haskins is 61. Alex Smith thrown 1,420 yards. Dwayne Haskins thrown 1,439 yards. Both of them averaging 6 yards a play. Both of them averaging over 200 yards a game. Almost the same touchdowns, same interceptions. So you can't tell me this is based upon okay because he's playing that hard. But yes, was he making bad mistakes? Yes, but let's just also be honest. The Washington football team have a bad offense line. Hassan been sacked 20 times. Alex Smith sacked 19 times. The running game is okay. You know what I'm saying? It kind of had its moments or whatever. But you can't tell me that Haskins is so bad and his conduct is that bad that you felt like, okay, he's just a scrub. We can't have him. But just looking at the numbers, the NFL is based on a numbers game. It is a business.
Yeah.
It's based off the numbers. His numbers is comparable to Alex Smith, but him put himself in the situations didn't hurt anything. So I just hope that he get his stuff together. I hope that he never comes back here unless he's coming to see his
Nah, he
mama.
might show out. He might show out with another team.
Have to.
Patriots need a quarterback.
He gonna have to. You know what I'm saying? Unless he go to Jacksonville or something. It's gonna be like a backup or go to Cleveland. Look,
Go to
look,
Patriots.
look at this. Let's say if Cleveland wets the bed and they decide to get rid of Baker, that could be a spot for him. I just think that he has to have another chance to at least prove himself because, like I said,
He
well, he's
will.
that god awful. But I understand why they got rid of him. It was a major thing because he's a first rounder with still 2 years left on it, so that's kind of crazy, man. But
It ain't over with for him. He definitely gonna get another shot to play with some more teams. There's already probably teams lining up right now on the sign, so it ain't over. We just gotta, somebody just gotta be right there to, help his game progress. That's all.
yeah, do you think this should be an eye opener for a lot of young guys, in particular, let's say black quarterbacks, because unfortunately they are scrutinized a little bit more than
Of
their
course.
counterparts.
But we are the wave though. Don't forget that though. We are the wave. Like look at all the top teams now. They got a black quarterback for the most part, except for like two or three
Mm.
teams. That seems like a new focus now.
And let's not get this twisted by any stretch of the imagination. Y'all niggas acting like the Washington football team is this first class organization. They got fucking problems all up and down that fucking team.
Nah, no, hell no. That team is a dumpster fire. Especially if you in here in this area and know the type of shit.
Ownership, the
That's what
GM.
they never going. I'm surprised they got rid of Bruce Allen, but they're
Yeah,
never going to.
2 years.
Yeah, and that team ain't gonna never be good till they get rid of
The
Daniel
owner.
Snyder. Mark my word, because he's the only common denominator. They've been bad for so long. Like, what the fuck has he done besides taking them to the second round of the playoffs? He's done nothing for this team since owning them. He. I think it's personnel. I think it's personnel problems. Cause he can go out there and spend money on the players. It's personnel problems too.
Listen, you know what? The Washington football team is equivalent to the New York Knicks in the NBA. They go and they spend unnecessary money on players past their prime, or they get the wrong coach, or they get the wrong management structure, and the owner kind of sits back and he's, in his own way. If he gets fixated on one player, he makes the GM, just like with the whole RG3 thing, right? I like RG3 too, right?
They ruined that boy.
In a better situation, but Daniel Snyder caused the Washington team to be in deep debt in terms of no draft capital, no cap space, because they gave at the time St. Louis, which is the LA Rams, they gave them all their freaking draft picks. They gave them 6 number ones.
Yep, they gave him the Jared Goffs, the Aaron Donalds. They gave him all that.
Not to mention cheating underneath the table while they got hit with that $30 million cap hit for a couple of years. So it's just like, this is a bad organization. So as much as we want to kind of get on Haskins for his bad decision making, let's not get this twist at all. This franchise is a mess. This franchise,
it's been a mess.
It is a mess. They've been flirting with not playing in Maryland anymore. They want to go to like
Virginia,
go to DC, whatever. They don't know what they want to do. You know what I'm saying? High ass concession prices, parking. Like, come on, like in that particular area in Maryland, you're like, come on, man. You what they're trying to charge people out the wazoo for
trying to price people out the games, man. Hell yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You got people in, in like different neighborhoods close there, can't even park in an area because they got everything on lock. You know what I'm saying? He wants the money. So it's like, okay, do you want the money or do you want a functional football team from top to bottom? This team has been god awful. He ran people out the door. Clinton Portis out the door.
Shanahan. You had the Kyle Shanahan. Come on,
remember
man.
how they did Lamar Arrington? Ran him out the door.
Sent his ass to the Giants, man. Like, what the fuck? Like,
time and time again. The Washington football. So there's a small part of me hoping that they don't make the playoffs because they don't deserve the playoffs. Because you know what they'll say? Oh, once we got rid of Haskins, we'll win this game. You know what? If you're going to let this team burn, let everything burn. Let everything burn down and start all over again, man, for sure. So
it's over for my Dolphins, too, man. Bills have scored another fucking touchdown. It's now 13 to 35? Yeah, we ain't making the playoffs, man. We ain't in there. Maybe next season, man. It's a wrap, man. It's a wrap.
Y'all got some hope, man. Yeah, y'all got some hope, bro.
They scored early. As soon as they touched the ball in the fucking second half, they scored.
It's that second quarter, dog. I mean,
Baltimore was up 31-3 right now too, and it's almost fourth quarter. So yeah, we ain't got that.
But you never know, man. But listen, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for tuning in to Off the Dribble podcast presented by Elite Hustle Media TV. If you're watching us on YouTube, if you're listening to us, if you want to see us, go to YouTube at Elite Hustle Media TV. Type it in the search bar. You know what I'm saying? Like, subscribe, leave us some comments. If you're on IG, you can follow us at _ King Lions, at media _hustle _elite 17. We're on the Twitters as well. We're on Hipcast. Thank you to our partners at Hipcast, all the digital platforms. So we're gonna be hitting y'all off with a lot of episodes, y'all. You know what I'm saying? We'll be gone for a minute, but we're gonna keep giving it to y'all. Listen to our sneaker program, which is sneaker stores. Listen to our lifestyle program, which is like the mental vault. So we appreciate y'all, and we got a lot of work to do.
Hell yeah.
Hopefully the Cardinals can kind of get in today. Hopefully your Dolphins can make a comeback. You never know, man.
13:35, man. 7 minutes left in the third.
It's a lot of time. It's a lot of football, man. Never know. So, ladies and gentlemen, don't forget to hit us up on those links. Support us. Appreciate y'all. We're gonna holler at y'all in a couple of days.
Yes, sir.